Hello everyone and welcome back to Potato Patch Gaming. Today we have a little something different for you. I am ranking all the SEC football stadiums. Um this is not a serious critique. I'm just saying my favorites. Also I'm not saying any of these stadiums are bad. I'm just ranking them from just stadium design, not atmosphere or anything like that. That'll be a different video. And if you guys like this, I was gonna do a Big Ten, Pac-12, all those. I was gonna try to do every conference, even maybe like some Division II schools. Um, Also maybe do like atmosphere videos, but I'm gonna start out saying things that are a little bit weird about the stadium, and then end up with something positive. So I feel bad for saying this, but last, I have Vanderbilt Stadium. Don't get me wrong, it's not a bad stadium. I just don't like it. It's very open at the end. I'm not a huge fan of that. It kind of looks like a horseshoe, and the press box literally looks like they were just like, okay, we built a stadium and we ran out of room, so let's just put this little thin slab over there. But it's not a bad stadium. It's not. I don't want to say that. It's just not up to the rest of the SEC standards. I also felt bad for putting it last, so this is the only one with two pictures. That one's a little like field view. It's not a bad stadium. Okay, and then next we have Kentucky. Once again, I do like this stadium. I'm not gonna lie. I just put it so low because it just seems a little bland. Kind of reminds me like the Jaguar Stadium, where it just like slants out too much. It feels like it's trying to be like spread out. Like, I don't like stadiums that are clumped up, but this one's just a little too squished, if you ask me. And I don't know, like they just stopped with the second deck and put that like little tiny scoreboard over there, and it just doesn't take up any space, and I just don't like it. But overall, it's a nice stadium. Don't get me wrong, I do not hate it, but I also do not love it. Alright, next we have Ole Miss. I'm going to start out with the positive on this one. This stadium has one of the best atmospheres, and the town, Ole Miss University knows how to support their team. But it seems like just an oval. Like, for such a historic program, I really think they should have a little bit of a bigger SEC stadium. Like, come on a little bit. Next we have Mizzou. It kind of hurts me to put this low because I have a lot of family from Missouri, but I do like this stadium a lot, so it also, like, I didn't want to put it this low, but just because it's not quite, like, SEC stadium. Like, don't get me wrong, it's awesome, but it's just, there's no upper deck. There's just a little bland in some spots, like the press box. I don't know, I don't like the lights on the opposite side from the press box, but I do really like the field turf. I think it just pops out. I like the M in the end zone. I just think Missouri did a really good job on this stadium. It just needs a little bit more work. Next, I got the Razorback Stadium. I love the stadium. The only thing that even gets me on this stadium is that the one end just seems so open. It's like you can walk right in without even paying for a ticket. Like, you just, like, stop with 3/4 of the stadium done. You just decided to slap a scoreboard in the end zone there. Like, what the hell? And then next we have South Carolina. To be honest, I love this stadium. The only thing that I don't like about this stadium, that I have it here in the middle of the pack, is what are the lights? They just look like, I don't even know. That is the ugliest lights I've ever seen, and I just dislike it very highly. But the rest of the stadium is borderline great. The end zone's a little, like, the stands in the end zone are a little tiny, but I think it fits well, so I'm not going to critique it on that one too much. The rest of the stadium's great. I like the shape. Got a huge seating capacity, and they usually fill up their games, so I like the stadium, except get new lights, for God's sake. Next, we got Tennessee, one of my favorite teams. You gotta admit, they know how to, just everything with this stadium is almost amazing. The only thing I don't like, the circular, oval, whatever you want to call it, enclosed stadiums. I just don't like that very much. Next, we got Florida. It is a little low yet. I think it's 4th on my list, but it's only because it just kind of looks like an older stadium. Like, it is super awesome. Like, the atmosphere is crazy there. It's just a great stadium, but it's just not quite up to, like, LSU, Alabama kind of stadium. Next, we do have Alabama Crimson Tide. Once again, phenomenal stadium. Reminds me of Heinz Field, where the Steelers play, and they're actually my favorite NFL team. So, I love this stadium. The only thing that gets me is, why is your roof white? I just don't like that. It just sticks out in a bad way. I don't like it. No. But everything else, like the spiral staircase, like the walkways down to the parking lot, the scoreboard looks nice. They have crazy light shows to bring in the football team. Like, such a good stadium. Just get rid of that, like, white strip up atop. Next, we got LSU, Tiger Stadium here. Absolutely love it. Literally, the only critique I have on the stadium whatsoever is, like, down by the scoreboard. It kind of looks like it's the Roman Coliseum, and I'm not a big fan of that. But everything else is phenomenal. Just why it just looks old and no. Next we have Kyle Field, and oh my gosh, love this stadium so freaking much. It got second just because I'll explain that next, but no critiques on this one. I love the stadium so much. Maybe a bigger scoreboard. That's literally the only thing I gotta say about this one. Great atmosphere. It is phenomenal. Number 1, we have Auburn. I don't even know what to say. I love this stadium. The atmosphere is crazy. And I know I don't like open stadiums, like, that have huge open end zones and stuff, but they cover this perfectly. This is exactly what you want. They have a nice scoreboard, nice big one that you can see from anywhere in the stadium that fills up the end zone. They have 2 huge upper decks on either end of the field. And the back end zone is open. It doesn't have a scoreboard, but they made the stands big enough that it didn't look like stupid. It's just phenomenal. I love how they did it. It's just, you wonder why Alabama loses here more than anything else, because this stadium is rocking and it's phenomenal, and you got to give it to Auburn. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If I ranked your team lower than you thought, I'm sorry. It's just my personal opinion. If you think I should have changed something, just tell me down in the comments. If you like this video, hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll bring out some Big Ten or Pac-12. Also, comment which conference you want to see critique next. Thank you all for watching this video, and I'll see you all later.